Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques.
Oh.
What up, folks? What's good? What is going on? We just lost to a 1-8 football team. We just had a big win streak up to this point, best record in the AFC, and we just lost to the worst team in the AFC from a record standpoint in the Houston Texans.
Damn.
Wow. Right? I'm sure you all feel the same way, Jacques. You and everybody, all of us feel the same way, man. Damn. That's all I can say, dude.
Hey, it was bound to happen. We know how this team is. We know they play up to their competition.
Yep.
And play down to the lesser opponent. And It was almost like, when will it happen? Or how will it happen? Was it going to happen later on? Or was it going to happen early? And it eventually happened to a divisional opponent, which is huge.
Yep.
Texans. And you let the coach stay in it.
Yep. That's right. A team that only had 190 yards of offense beat us.
You're like a high school team.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Right. But I'm going to tell you all something too. And we're going to get into it here. So we've done some thinking too. We feel maybe a bit different than we were yesterday. So we'll definitely get into that. So Jacques.
Yes, sir.
So we lost to the Houston Texans in a rainy game, 22-13, right? A lot of mistakes, a lot of things happening. At the end of the day, you still got to play football. You got to beat the team in front of you. Houston's definitely the inferior team here. They know that. We know that. The world knows that. But we still lost the football game. So give us some reasons, man, why we lost this stinker of a damn game, man, to the damn Houston Texans, bro. Damn, bro.
Right. Hey. So one thing I want to point out, the Titans have only won one game when there's bad weather. It's either snow or rain. Rest of the games they've lost. So in the future, if it's going to rain or snow, just expect the Titans to lose, okay? Just bet against the Titans because they're not going to win. I don't know what's up with this team. I don't know why they can't win in messed up weather, but this is football. But anyway, back to the task at hand. Reasons why we lost this game. You can't win the game when you have, I think it was 6 turnovers, right?
Yep.
You can't win like that.
Facts, no paper.
You can't. I mean, how can you win with 6 turnovers, bro?
Yeah. 6.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6. Okay?
Yep.
4 of those came from Tannehill. All right?
Yep.
I know there's a lot of debate about Tannehill and is he digressing? Is he the Miami Tannehill? Blah, 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 blah. There's a twofold to that. There were 2 interceptions that were very egregious that I was like, ooh, bad. Right?
That's on you, Tannehill. That's right.
That's on you, bro. But then when you're throwing to Dez Fitzpatrick, Nigga Keenan Westbrook, Marcus Johnson goes down, A.J. Brown goes down. I expect it. I expect that. I expect wrong routes. I expect miscommunication. I expect people to be lost. I expect Tannehill to be frustrated. I expect it. But there goes the coaching. You have to coach these guys up to be prepared to start every game. I don't care if you're on the practice squad. I don't care if you're a starter. Hey, Dad, you're starting like you're coming in. You're starting today, okay? You're starting today. You need to learn the playbook. Listen to what he's calling, right? Tannehill's a signal caller that likes to do a lot of audibles at the line. He doesn't stick with the original play call, right? He does a lot of change and a lot of motion. That's what he does. And Dez just looks so lost. I don't know if everybody's seen, I don't know if you've seen this and heard it. Tannehill literally asked Dez and was like, hey, Dez, do you got it? Dez, do you got it? And Dez is looking, and like, boom, the next play, with the same play, Dez runs an inside slant, catches for a first down. I'm like, okay, well, Dez got it, right? But that's what you were looking at. You're like, okay, I'm looking at something where it's a rainy game. Tannehill's out here struggling. The offense is out here struggling. And you just needed the defense just to hold steady, right? And they did a good job. I let you talk about stats, Hawk, but they did a decent job. They did a good job. They didn't get no sacks. And that's a little concerning because it's like, okay, well, mobile quarterbacks is our kryptonite on defense. That's another coaching point that you need to point out, hey, I need to prepare you for Tyrod Taylor, right? I feel like this game was not a good coach game on offense, defense, and even special teams because of what Chester Rogers did. He can't get out the way of a punt, okay? Yep. We go to the offense. It wasn't for those 4 turnovers. Those 4, bro. You had opportunities to win the game. I knew in the first half when it started raining, I said this before it started raining. I said the Titans have to score a touchdown here because when it starts raining, it's going to be impossible for them to do it. You got in the red zone, like on several occasions, you could have scored. Okay? Bruh. Sad. Made mistakes at the wrong time, and the Texans didn't make mistakes. That's how you ultimately lost the game. Exactly. Remember, I say this all the time. Only way the Titans can lose a game is if they beat themselves. Right? Not too many games this year where we flat out got beat. Now, people go back to the Jets game and say, oh, the Jets beat us. No, they only beat us by a field goal, y'all. They didn't whoop us. Yep. We just couldn't get in the end zone. So for me, there's mistakes, man. Mistakes. Not coaching well. You got out-coached by the Texans. And turnovers. What about you, Hawk?
I agree with everything you just stated, man. And if the mood seems somber, y'all, it's because we are somber right now, okay? We're still trying to digest this. If we did the show yesterday, we probably had fire in our eyes going off. Yesterday was my son's birthday, so I had to kind of, cool off a little bit, right? And had a great time. Happy birthday to my oldest son, Lorenzo. He's 16 today. Happy birthday to you, son. So I agree with everything because Houston didn't make any mistakes. Their offense was putrid. They didn't really do much on defense except get interceptions. But their offense was blah, but they didn't make no mistakes. Tyrod Taylor didn't make any mistakes. In the pregame show, I said, if there's one guy that you should worry about is Tyrod Taylor in running the football. That's exactly what he did. He ran very, very well when he had to, right? Nor did he throw interceptions. Nor did he even make risky throws, right? He threw it in spots. They ran in spots. They just picked their spots, right? But not to make an excuse, y'all. I'm not here for that. I'm not going to sit there and say, Houston cheated. The refs cheated. They beat us, okay? They beat us. But I will tell you, guys and girls, we have a lot of people on the IR right now, okay? We are scrambling and scrumbling to pick players to be on the field, signing players a day of the game. Oh, are you ready? Breon Borders, are you ready? Like today? Like Breon Borders was probably at home or probably Home Depot picking up lumber. And he gets a phone call. You ready to play tomorrow? Oh, yeah, I'm ready. Dante Hilliard is sitting there like, probably at home playing video games. Hey, are you ready? Jerry McNichols is out. Oh, yeah, I'm ready. So Julio being out is huge. Bud Dupree, huge. And I told y'all, honestly, the 2 biggest busts in the NFL right now is Julio Jones and Bud Dupree. They are. They're the biggest bust in the league right now. It's not because of their talent. It's based on what we've paid them. And they've been hurt all season. And it's really impacting our team. When Bud Dupree's not out there on defense, we're not the same pass rushing defense, okay? I give the Titans credit in the second half. The defense stepped up. But we're not the same without Bud Dupree. That's why we brought him in. The highest paid player on our team. Julio Jones is making $15 million this year. Julio Jones has played 25% of the plays this season. I don't even know his number anymore, right? I'm like, is it 11 now or 2, 8? I don't even know, right? That's how long he's been out, okay? I hope they get healthy because to me, that's the key. Can they be healthy? Look at the players that was out. Jeff Swain, Jeremy McNichols, Greg Maben, Janoris Jenkins, Rashawn Evans, A.J. Brown got hurt for the game. Ole Adani was out hurt. Marcus Johnson got hurt this game. Marcus Johnson's he's going to be out for weeks. Anytime you see a player holding on there to their hamstring, count them out, bro. Of course, Derrick Henry's out. I mean, offensive line. What's that?
David Long Jr.?
Yeah, David Long Jr. is out, right? These guys, Dane Crunchak, out. The offensive line, interchangeable parts. Right now, we are scrambling to try to find missing pieces right now, and it's going to cost us games. Injuries will cost us games. So I might put this loss on the strength and conditioning coach.
Man.
Who is he? Where is he at? Is there a hamstring virus going on right now? Not the C19. Is it a hamstring 19 going on right now? Is that what's going on? Because we have 2 players get hurt on hamstrings every single game. It's like, what is this? Do we need to bring in cows or something and they just drink raw milk every day? So Houston is not a good football team. They're not. They know that. They are an inferior football team. We lost. We beat ourselves. We did. But I'm telling you, you have a lot of injuries right now. And you can't win with 6 turnovers. You cannot. If we had a full squad out there and we still had 6 turnovers, we're not winning the football game. So we beat ourselves with turnovers. Houston gave us opportunities. They did. And we didn't make it happen. So I'm putting it down for the fact that we are not taking advantage of situations, even though we're hurt. We had opportunities to score several times in the red zone, and we didn't make it happen. We didn't, Jacques. We didn't. We didn't score. Ryan Tannehill throwing picks right at the red zone a few times, several times. Like, bro, what are you doing? Right? Some receivers running wrong routes. We see that. But it all comes together. We made a lot of mistakes, Jacques, at the end of the day. Bro.
I agree. That's facts, no paper.
Yep.
So who to blame? Who should we blame for this loss? Who would you blame, Holly?
I want to say Julio and Bud Dupree so bad, man. And I hate to put it on injuries, man. I hate to say that. I'm going to put the blame on Ryan Tannehill on this game, dude. I am. I know right now he's playing with a bunch of free agents, a bunch of rookies that like I said, Des Fitzpatrick was cut. And also we call him, hey, bro, you ready? Let's go. Oh, crap, oh my gosh. I'm in Louisville somewhere working out or something. I'm about to get caught up. But the thing about Ryan Tannehill, 2 of those interceptions was his fault 100%, right? It was. Maybe some play calling could have been better too. But yeah, I would like to see Ryan Tannehill run a little bit, improvise a bit better on some of those plays and some of those throws. You see what I'm saying? I felt we ran the ball decent. We had over 100 yards rushing. Offense overall wasn't too bad, but man, 4 interceptions, bro. 4? And so many people bench Tannehill, cut him, blah, 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 blah. He's trash. He's terrible. I'm not going to say that. Okay. So I'm not on that plane at all. He had a bad game at the end of the day. He did. Okay. And if I had to put it solely on somebody on the team, I have to say Ryan Tannehill. I expect him to play a bit better, especially when you're going against the last ranked defense in the league. Okay. The last ranked defense in the league. And you got to, if you know Fitzpatrick is not running the right routes, if he's not the guy, don't look his way. And just like last year in the playoffs, why are you looking Khalif Raymond's way? Look at A.J. Brown. Damn it. I'm giving it Tannehill, bro. What about you, Jacques? Just saying, bro.
What? I'm telling, I can't say it no better, bro. I can't say it no better. It's Tannehill on this game. And we don't do that a lot on this show, man. We don't criticize Tannehill a lot on this show, but he has to take accountability for this particular game. And I don't know what it is. He tends to not do good in these games, man. I don't know if he doesn't like the weather, but like, great point what you said, man. You throw it at the wrong time. Like the first interception he threw was so ill-advised. I was like, he baited you, and you're a veteran, and you kind of should have known that, bro. Yep. Another thing I'm gonna criticize him on, he was overthrowing guys. He got A.J. Brown hurt the first time in his hand because he threw it behind him.
Right.
And I'm like, and it seemed like they practiced it where A.J. will catch it like this. But I'm like, no, in this situation, it's raining, bro. Don't get him hurt. And he ultimately got him hurt. He was just off. Tannehill looked off yesterday. And it's one of those things where it's like I said, 2 of them, I can blame them on routes. But those other 2 were, you like Ray will say, you're throwing in a pep rally. You threw it right into where, like, this 4 or 5 blue jerseys over there. And I'm like, Tannehill, what are you doing? And when he tried to get to Ferguson, I'm like, you're trying to force a ball to Ferguson when you have 4 of the 5 guys over there and your defense just got to stop. You're on the 40-yard line. What are you doing? You have legs. Use your legs. You're a weapon as well. Use them. And I don't know what's going on mentally with him, but I got a caveat to that when we get on the next couple of segments, because I think I've figured out what's wrong with this offense. But for me, Tannehill, bro.
Tannehill, yeah. And he had Desmond King out there eating free breakfast.
Damn, bro.
Desmond King is like, I'm back at home in Nashville right now, bro. I'm here. I'm back, y'all. Yeah, 2. He had 2. Yep. So speaking of interceptions, we know again, we had 6 turnovers, bro. 6 turnovers, bro.
Okay.
And 4 of them from Ryan Tannehill interceptions, who again leads the league in interceptions this year. He leads the NFL in picks. That's That's kind of interesting. So excluding interceptions, to you, what was the most shocking thing that you saw or known in this game? What was the most shocking, like, wow factor in this game?
Nick Westbrook getting 7 catches for 107 yards.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of strange, right?
Yep, it is.
But it's understandable because Tannehill has chemistry with these set of receivers, except Des Fitzpatrick. But for Nick to step up like he did, salute to that brother, man, because you need somebody to step up in a situation. The Titans had so many opportunities to win that game yesterday.
Yep.
Now I was like, hey, Nick is catching balls in the right time. He's running the right routes. I'm like, he's the hot hand right now, bro. I got to figure out how to get him a little bit more involved. But for me, that was shocking because I didn't think another receiver would have 100 yards. It was Marcus Johnson last week, and now it's Nick Westbrook this week.
Yep.
That's why when you said earlier about Tannehill not benching him, I'm like, no, don't bench him. Because the way he's playing, he's doing it with nobodies, but they're getting 100 yards. So for me, it's NWI, man. Salute to you, brother, because you stepped up in the right time. And I know you didn't get the opportunity to do it in the red zone like you need to, but you'll get another opportunity Sunday. So what about you, Hawk?
So listen to these numbers. 420 yards versus 190 yards. 103 yards rushing compared to 83 yards rushing. 26 first downs versus 15. 5 yards of play versus 3 yards of play. 317 yards passing versus 107 yards passing. 30 minutes of time possession versus 29 minutes of time possession. So the team that I said first in each of those categories respectively, you would have won this game by far. I just said 420 yards versus 190 yards. That was the losing team. I was shocked at our offensive numbers at the end of the day. I was shocked. I was like, I didn't realize offensively that we outdid them that much on offense. But again, the question is excluding turnovers and interceptions, right? That shocked me. And, Ryan Tannehill, he had over 300 yards passing, 323 at that. The one thing that surprised me too, he threw the ball 52 times, bro. And Jacques, I've said this, and everybody listen to me clear. The reason why there's not a clear-cut MVP for quarterback, because Derrick Henry was going to win the MVP. I don't give a damn what nobody says. Jonathan Taylor might win it just from this factor alone. There's not a quarterback that's separating themselves because all defenses have now adjusted. They now understand how to play quarterbacks. If your quarterback, a la Josh Allen, a la even Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, these guys that are out here throwing, even when Carson Wentz played us, he threw the ball, 41 times or 51 times, something crazy. If you allow your quarterback to throw it over 40 times, you're not winning a football game. It's going to be very hard to do that. Even if you do win, you're not going to win a Super Bowl. You have to have a mix of running in the mix of the NFL today. Defenses have adjusted very well to the deep ball and keeping everything in front of them. I can't believe that Ryan Tannehill threw the ball over 50 times. We're not going to win like that, folks. We're not. I think Ryan Tannehill's a hell of a quarterback. He's done great here. I have no issues with him at all in this regard. But he's not a 50 throwing type of a quarterback. Most aren't. That's a lot. But we have more yards than I thought, man. Straight up.
Yeah. That's a hell of a point because it's true. Defenses have adjusted and they've done a good job. I give them credit.
Yep.
So Hawk, are you concerned? I'm just gonna come flat out and ask you, are you concerned?
I'm concerned. I know people might be like, oh, we shouldn't be concerned and, let's not over exaggerate this. It's one bad loss, blah, 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 blah. I'm concerned because we just lost to Houston, a 1-8 football team. With the team right now that we're putting on the field is going to be the team that we'll probably have moving forward, okay? We miss David Long. He'll be out there or whatever. We just lost Marcus Johnson. He's going to be gone for several weeks, okay? Now, Des Fitzpatrick is going to be out there starting, right? Nick Westbrook-Akina is your number one receiver right now, right? We don't know about A.J. Brown's status. He might come back next game. He's not right now playing to his capability. He's getting a lot of knick-knack injuries and things. I hope A.J. comes back. I think A.J. will be the key. He steps up, then okay, we might be talking. Our tight ends aren't playing well. Offensive line is not playing well. Our running game is so-so. Boy, we missed the king. And, Ryan Tannehill right now, we'll see. But yes, I'm concerned. We play the New England Patriots next. I know we have other teams that we could possibly beat. Pittsburgh, Miami, San Francisco's playing tough, but not so much concerned about making the playoffs. I do think we'll make the playoffs, but to hold that number 1 seed and then get wins in the playoffs, it don't look good. I'm not going to sit there and fake in front. Like, we lost to a 1-8 football team. I'm concerned. Yes, I'm concerned on our offense. I'm concerned. The other 2 games, we skated by because our defense balled out. But I said in the pregame show, we can't expect our defense to ball us and bail every single game. We played a bad Houston offense. Their team is terrible. They're a bad football team, folks, and we lost. So we'll win games. Not saying we're going to lose every game. I'm not going to say that at all. But I am concerned things are going to have to improve on offense. If not, we're not going to win a lot of football games. So what about you, Jacques? Are you concerned, bro? Or am I tripping? Are you concerned?
No, you're not tripping. I'm concerned, but it's expected. And why I'm saying this, but one point I want to make too is this game, I'm not too caught up in it because I feel like the NFL has been weird this year, and high-powered teams that are 8-2 or 8-1 have lost to lower caliber teams. So the Titans are not the only ones that this has happened to.
That's a fact, sir.
You can kind of get that out your head. Be like, oh, we the only team. No. You've had the man, I can go down the damn list, man. You freaking had the Bills lose to the Jags, right? How they lost to the Jags, it was terrible. It's happened to Tampa Bay. It's happened to the Cowboys when they got smacked up by the Falcons. So I feel like this is just
Cowboys beat the Falcons, you mean?
No, the Falcons beat the Cowboys. It was like 2 weeks ago.
I thought the Cowboys beat the Falcons.
No.
Cowboys smoked the Falcons.
Who was who beat the Cowboys prior to that? It was the Broncos.
Yes, the Broncos.
It was the Broncos. Right. Broncos. So you think that's an inferior team? Like, okay, we're supposed to smack them up. Blah, blah, blah.
That's true.
Then the Falcons beat the Saints. So it's been so inconsistent. This game, I was waiting on the Titans to have a game like this. I was like, okay, when is it going to be our turn? The NFL is happening to every team. Gotcha. When is it our turn, right? My concern is, like you said, the injury aspect of it. Yep. To where we are so injured, I don't expect us to continue this role. And I don't even let me say this. What I'm getting tired of is they come back 2 games and get hurt the 3rd game. They come back 1 game, then they hurt this game. So with so much inconsistency, it's turning me off. I'm like, you know what? We get to the playoffs, I'm expecting us to be 1 and done, right? I don't expect it once the King comes back, because I was like, okay, I'm holding on hope. We get the number 1 seed. The King comes back. He's going to be ready, but I'm not going to push him too hard because I don't want to hurt him again. So he can be like a decoy. No, hell, AJ can't stay healthy. Julio, Bud Dupree, hopefully Jeffrey, because I feel like Jeffrey Simmons is having something lingering there too. And you can tell he's 100%, but he's not playing 100%, right? So with these knick-knack injuries, you can't keep winning like this. Now, we will compete. Yes, you will compete all day. I mean, that's one thing I can't say I love about this team. They're going to compete. They're not going to get blown out. They're not going to get blown out because we've seen some teams get that whooped. And it's been like dirty. Like look at the Bills. Case in point, the Bills got ran up on with the Colts. Now, remember, they're the best team in the AFC, okay? But you just went down to Indy and Indy went down to you and ran amok on you, okay?
Big time, bro.
So if I'm a Titans fan, I'm okay, but I'm glad I'm not the Bills because the Bills really can't beat nobody over 500. They're having a problem, right?
They are. And they got their players out there, Jacques.
And they're fully healthy.
They're fully healthy.
They're fully healthy.
Yep.
Our list is this long. Now I want to say this. I see a difference from this offense this year versus last year. This is how important Arthur Smith was to this team, okay? Arthur Smith took this offense and he elevated, okay? Derrick Henry started balling when? His latter part, when Arthur got in there, Arthur knew how to run Derrick, right?
Right.
When Mike Munchak Malarkey, he didn't know what to do with Derrick Henry.
No, Matt LaFleur, none of them guys.
No, Matt LaFleur. They didn't know what to do with Derrick Henry, but when Arthur Smith got there, he said, okay, we got this beast back here. Let's run him right. Now, if you look at those runs that Derrick had in those first couple of years with Arthur Smith, they were on the outside. He was making his money on the outside, or not just in the middle, but they were the outside. The stiff arms, where they come from, the outside. You know, if I get them bounced on the outside, he's gone. He got space. He gonna make them DBs look stupid, right?
Yep.
Tannehill gets in here. They even each other out. Tannehill ain't got to throw 52 times a game. But what Tannehill gets to do is play action. Okay, hey, I'm going to move it to where the pocket is moving. The pocket is cool. It's a clean pocket for you. The offensive line block better. It's the same thing that happened to the defense when Dean Pease left. When Arthur Smith left, what's happening to the offense this year? It looks the same, quote unquote. But what happens? Derrick is running them up. They run. Todd Down is like, oh, I'm going to run Derrick Henry to the ground. No. It's the way you have to do it. Arthur Smith knew how to do it, right? He knew how to finesse it. He wouldn't take them out on third downs. He would bring them in and say, hey, Derrick, stay in the game, bro, because you're more of a threat while you're in the game versus now. We're more predictable. He'll take them out. And I'm like, what are you doing with Jeremy Nichols, right? You're like a kid. You're a kid that has a transformer. You try to put them together. You got these pieces. You got Julio Jones, A.J. Brown. The first game that we had when we played Arizona, I looked at that and I was at the game. I was like, you know what? I said, this is going to take some time. I feel like it'll get better next year because he kind of knows what he has. But this year, I expected this. I expected him to be like, okay, he's going to struggle a little bit. He's trying to figure out what he has. We don't even throw downfield, guys. We don't have splash plays. But we did have splash plays when Arthur Smith was here. We had Khalif Raymond. Khalif Raymond, okay? Yeah. Khalif freaking Raymond. The play action. Tannehill, bomb, Khalif. He would get AJ involved in the deep ball, right? Perfect prime example. The year before when we played the Raiders. AJ, Tannehill were balling. They acted a fool. But you're telling me now you take over as offensive coordinator time down and you can't spread the ball out and you can't get it downfield? There's something wrong with that. This team can never get on the same page. Last year was our defense. Last year, our offense prevailed, right? Our defense was the one that prevented us from really getting far, but it was ultimately our offense that lost us the game at the Ravens. Mm-hmm. But our defense was horrible. It was bad. Third down, the worst third down defense in history that made the playoffs.
Right.
This year, you're like, okay, the defense is killing it. What's going on? The offense, the injuries. But when they weren't injured, when you had Julio, when you had AJ for the Rams game, what did we do? Right? You didn't even it out. Another criticism I want to have with Todd Downing is go with the hot hand. When you see Dillard's hot, when you see Foreman's hot, stick with them. Don't put AP in on 4th and 1 or 4th and 2. He can't do it.
Not at all, man. Not at all, dude.
He can't do it.
Not at all.
He can't do it. Yep. So for me, that's what I'm concerned about. And ultimately, I feel like it'll stop us. If we can get our people back, I think we can kind of get back to how we work, right? Winning on the skin of our teeth. We can't get our people back, man. Hey, let's get ready for next year. Let's get everybody healthy. Let's get at this one and done round or whatever we in, and let's go about our day, right? Yep. I got better things I can do. Let's go about our day, right? Yep. So, yeah, I am concerned with what's going on the offense. Defensive side of the ball, I think defense will take care of it itself. We would have to win on defense in order to go forward. But like you said, Hawk, great point. You can't ask the defense to bail you out every single time.
Yep.
You can't
ask your corners to cover receivers all game perfectly. They're going to get beat sometimes the longer they're out there, right?
You can't. And I didn't know Jack Rabbit didn't play. I didn't know that until I looked at the list. I was like, okay, Jack Rabbit's not playing. And I know somebody was talking about Chris Jackson. I don't feel like Chris Jackson had a bad game this game.
He played better than he did the previous game.
He played better than he did the previous game. So, like you said,
Houston is a terrible offense, though, Jacques.
They trash. I know.
Their pass offense. I mean, I like Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks is a pretty good receiver. You know what I'm saying? But Houston, I'm not taking it away from them. They won the football game at the end of the day.
Right.
They won. Not going to sit there and say, oh, Houston, they won the game. But their team, they do not have a good football team.
Nope. And what did they do too? They ran the ball. Right? Mm-hmm. You want to get the Titans defense, run the ball. And you want to see a field day, and you want to see some attrition, and you want to see us get our butt whooped. We going up to Foxborough Sunday. Mark my words. We'll talk about it in the pregame for that. But mark my words. I'm gonna say this, guys. I've seen glimpses of it, like when we played the Colts. Jonathan Taylor got loose a little bit.
Yep.
Imagine if they would have stuck with Jonathan Taylor. Could the Titans defense adjust? I don't know, bro.
Yep.
I don't know. That's a concern for me too. The run defense.
The run
It
defense.
may not look like it may not look like it on paper, but that's a concern of mine. That's just me personally. So that's me, man. Yeah, I'm concerned, dog. I'm a concerned citizen right now.
Yep. And there's been plenty of losses we've had that I have walked away not concerned. But, you know, we lost to a bad football team, and we have half of our team. We lead the league in injuries. So we're not making this up. It's not being, you know, opinionated or, you know, sensational. We lead the league in injuries by far, right? 20 players on IR. So that does make an impact. So we got to get them boys healthy, man.
And one more point, and we can get up out of here, Hawk. But no, your facts. I'm going to say this too. Yes, it's a 1-18. I'm looking towards the future as well, right? Because we got the quote unquote easy schedule for the rest of the stretch, the rest of the league. Like you just said, we just played a 1-18. What happens when you play a little bit better defense, like the Jags,
right?
The 49ers or the Dolphins. So this is gonna be interesting going forward. But we got to get back to the drawing board and figure it out.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, that ends the show, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the show as always. We kindly appreciate it. Everything, comments, you know, people following us, subscribing. Awesome. If you want to check us out on Instagram, check us out at Tennessee Titans Weekly. You can check us out on Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7, as well on Apple and on Spotify. You can check us out as well. Be on the lookout this weekend, too. We got something that could possibly cooking up this weekend on Sunday. So check out our Instagram, check out Twitter, check out our YouTube, man. We'll put it out there as well, too. If it happens, we will let you know. So be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. So if you want to reach us out as well, too, on email, we are at Tennessee Titans Weekly at gmail.com, folks.
And when you do, listen to those, get to the podcast, get to the YouTube channel, subscribe. Put your notification bells on and hit the like button when you get in there too. It helps us with the YouTube algorithm and it gets us out there. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. So join the family. We don't bite. Hey, so how we're going to get ready for these Patriots and get to it, brother.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. So, well, as we always say, folks, we got to move on to the Patriots. We got to make it happen. As we always say, Jacques, facts,
no paper.